Monica told Stephen that she was mixed, and in response, Stephen called her a mutt. In fact, he said verbatim, "You really are a mutt, girl." Specifically after she mentioned that she has Native American ancestry. I was watching this laying in bed, and when he said that, I sat back up in my bed. Because what? Excuse me? Like, the men on this season are just so wild, and it just it just kept getting worse, and it's just like, why am I hearing this on this show? When it was revealed that it was going to be in DC, everybody was like, DC men are trash, DC men are trash, and I'm seeing it now. These DC men make London men look like angels. But let's get into the optics here. Despite what Stephen is saying, he's very much a white man. And Monica is black with mixed heritage. So it's not even like it's mixed person to mixed person. Despite Stephen's 0.3% West African heritage. But came from where? Some people may say, why would he say that? Like, who would say that? Someone who said it before. And not only said it before, but got away with it. And a lot of these conservative and centrist, aka diet conservative white men, are racist, but specifically date black women and POC women. And some people may think it's an oxymoron to be a racist white man but be dating a black woman, but please do not underestimate the audacity of these men. And not even just date, marrying them as well. Stephen is looking for a particular type of foolish woman, and he did his test to see how foolish Monica was with that whole cheating conversation, because under that whole cheating conversation, he was like, this bitch is dumb, I can get away with shit. So this is why he felt no type of way calling Monica a mutt, because he already knows what type of girl she is. And that's why we didn't see no reaction from Monica. That's why we saw Monica going along with it, because she's dated this type of man before. And it's just all very confusing to me, because she was trying to come across that she was this liberal person, like asking him who did he vote for. And she was happy that he voted for Biden, but was skipping over that he voted for Trump before. So it's very much given, as long as he doesn't call me the N-word, we cool. But it seems like everything else is on the table. And let me just tell you, you're in danger, girl, because when the first slur comes out, others are coming, darling. Like, Stephen very much gives fetisher vibes, gives race play vibes. Like, he approaches black women and tells them that he has a Nigerian friend vibes. But like I was saying, it's given very much that Monica has dated this type of white man before, so she's very familiar. But at the same time, sis, really, this is what you're accepting. And what's worse is that Stephen is just like an average guy. Like, sis, if you're gonna sell out like this, at least date a conservative guy with some money. One that's gonna be able to pay for your therapy. It's all very wild. And it's just looking very desperate on Monica's part. Like, I feel like because she's in her late 30s, she just feels like she has to settle for this man and drop all of her standards. And it's just unfortunate to see. Very, very much thoughts and sorrows. He's very much giving within 5 minutes of the conversation, he's opening up his ancestry.com app to show you his results. But let's put the whole mutt thing to the side. The whole conversation about their ethnicity was also very weird. Like, the fact that Stephen was very much saying, oh, he's researching his black side and he's got like this spiciness to him. I'm very much sure there's probably about less than 10% of West African ancestry in him. And it feels like Stephen was kind of fetishizing the small percentage of black DNA he has, according to ancestry.com. And he uses that to try to present himself as more attractive, because white people are increasingly not becoming the beauty standard anymore. So I feel like he now has to use this small percentage of black DNA that ancestry.com told him that he has to make himself more attractive, especially to, you know, black or POC women. Like, that's almost his pickup line, which I just find really weird. Such an insignificant amount. Like, the fact that he's so interested in this, as opposed to his European ancestry, for me, it's very strange. And then also the fact that he is just skipping over how this West African DNA ended up in his bloodline. Because if we quickly put two and two together as to how this DNA turned up, it's very much giving a side eye. Because what was happening when that DNA entered your family tree? What was happening? Because it's not a recent relative. And then also Monica, it just sounded very much like she was trying to make herself ethnically ambiguous. Like this whole story of her being confused about what box to tick. And to me, it seemed like she was saying it in a way to make Stephen think that she was ethnically ambiguous. Rather than the fact of the matter is that a lot of these racial categories are very limited. So even though you're black, you might struggle picking a box to tick and what type of black person you are, because they might not have a box for what type of black person you are. And that's very much what it's giving with Monica, because she's describing her ancestry. She's saying that her dad is African American. She threw in some, but he has like some Cherokee Native American ancestry down the line, which is given the myth. It's given that's not going to turn up on the ancestry.com results. And then on her Honduran side, she says that her mum is mixed race. She says that her grandparents on that side were an interracial couple. Now, I've seen what her mum looks like, and her mum looks like her. And it's very much giving Afro-Latina. And it's very much giving black to me. Black person with some mixed heritage. But ultimately, the mixed heritage is not as big as she's trying to emphasize, which was very much confusing me. I feel like she thinks that this idea of her being mixed makes her more attractive, which to me I found a bit strange. But I gotta hear from you guys. Is it just some light-hearted fun, or is it something a bit more questionable? And what did we think about the whole ethnicity conversation as a whole? Let me know.